Okay, Chinga, could a nerd really talk about the cool subject of distributed consensus-based cryptocurrency? I don't think so. For cryptocurrencies to work, they need a global ledger that keeps track of all the transactions. We could find out who each beneficial owner is if we could get a hold of such a record. I agree that different platforms share and sync digital information from Shanghai to Grenada instantly. Every day, think about how this impacts the environment as a whole. It's getting closer to the time when I'll be cash because I'm on your computer instead of in your pocket. Yes, I can find the ledger where the transaction is recorded when I'm using the money. And when one ledger wants to finish a book, we add it to a chain of wells that are already in the books. We are going to get a new accounting and money system to replace the one we have now. The name for this new way of keeping track of money is blockchain. Everyone agrees it looks crazy, but it's not. It happened 4 years ago, and the movies we showed were all from about 2 years before. The story about the agenda is being told right now, and if we watch the Simpsons movie again, mister. Jim Parsons is the most loved TV scientist. Let's look at what that means for Jan Maria. If you are in Gatria and type in Jim Parsons, you will get XRP Moon. Besides that, it talks about a riplet. If you put in the professor's name, Frank, I think this is the one they mean. People could say, I'm crazy, Larry Fink. All right, but Frank could be what Larry is thinking. And he does seem to be wearing glasses, so let's see what happens. This is where things go crazy. You get Frodo, Frank, and XRP. Remember that Elon Musk tweeted this? He said that Frodo was not going to win in 2021. Everyone thought he would fail at himself the most. XRP is the most expensive coin in this case. As the last coin, XRP will be a payment asset that is used a lot. The Internet of Value is different from everything else we've seen. So everyone needs to get ready for this event that has never been seen before. We all need to be connected to the Internet of Value. Tony McLean agrees and says that the controlled Internet is very valuable. The ledger should be shared if the tokenization theory is true. Technology makes things better. Make digital goods visible and trade them. This little picture shows how payments are made for regulated duty. The DLT creates multi-asset financial networks that can be programmed anywhere in the world and are always reliable. You can see that the network has a payment token that will be used and grow a lot. Being able to connect all countries is more important than having narrow corridors. In a DLT, they are both working on the same information at the same time. You can see that they both mean the same thing. Follow the plan. In Singapore, we went to 3 different countries. Some countries like France and Switzerland, put their CBDCs into an automatic market maker. This is a kind of offshore pool where all the currencies could trade with each other. Other economic interoperability really connects more than 200 countries, especially their payment and security infrastructures with each other. This lets them learn more about each other's abilities to connect the different economies of your 200 countries around the world and make sure that the payment system works for all of them, taking into account the different business profiles and methods needed for fairness. Connect countries. To put it another way, compatibility is important. So Ripple, we're focusing on making the DLT network bigger around the world, where trillions of dollars will change hands every day. Do not become indifferent at all costs. What you see here is a global legal liability diagram that will change the way we all do business tomorrow. Since it needs to be global, we could picture a network of regulated liability networks that are linked, backed by national governments and watched over locally. After that, you'd need something. You would need help to make sense of everything. Listen to what Tony McLean has to say about how to do this in a controlled environment in every way is going to be coming in trillions of volumes every day soon. A lot of work needs to be done to set standards and make sure they are followed. This includes time, effort, and planning. So I have to say I'm really excited to see how this technology will be used on a very big scale in the next few years. This technology could make things several trillions of tons bigger and bigger every day. If everything goes as planned, Ripple stablecoin will open up a flood of opportunities every day that will be worth trillions of tons. As we speak, they are putting together the required parts. They said that Project Ajara, which came out 3 days ago and is a plan for the future financial system that will make the old one better and make the new one possible, mostly uses stablecoins that are already out there, which are usually gotten from places that aren't regulated. Issuers are now looking at Ripple as a controlled company that wants to put out a stablecoin. People who used to be in a regulated issuer circle but are now managed by the USDC don't know what will happen. That being said, I can promise that they will watch these videos again and understand what we were trying to say and take our advice, but I doubt that many of them will get it and cover the cake with ice. Something did happen, it's not an accident. I don't know what right now, this is all just a guess. The last bite of heaven will happen, and it won't happen by chance, not in the least. But as you already know, this was an important event in 1988. Get ready to live in the real world. The magazine was bringing in a lot of money. A lot of people have thought about this, but the fact that David Schwartz, Ripple's CTO, filed a claim for a multi-level distributed computer system for distributed processing on August 25th, 1988. In 1988, long before Bitcoin and Ethereum, this invention pretty much laid out a DLT-based system. Vitalik was trying to work for Ripple, but they couldn't get his visa because he was on Ethereum, in case you didn't know, wouldn't exist, and Ethereum might have gone something else. That being said, please know how much I value each of you. Let us know what you think in the comments. If you haven't seen it yet, 0.01% XRP is shown below.